Hello, good day, everybody. This is your host, Clip, the host of Clue the Hollywood Sports. We're coming to you live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get you guys to the fact that the very latest on Jon Jones' arrest, by the way. I'll tell you guys about the fact that Manny Pacquiao is retired from boxing, and I know it's been looming for quite a while. I'll get you guys to that. I'll tell you guys about the fact that Terence Crawford versus Shawn, that WBO welterweight title fight, that's going to be happening on November 20th, by the way. Get you guys to the fact that Sherman signed with the Bucs, 1 year for the Bucs. Get you guys to the fact that the Bears are intending to leave Soldier Field, by the way. I'll tell you about that for sure. And I'll tell you about a book of the Patriots, by the way. The It's Matter to Be Feared book, by the way. Get you guys to that. Certain the Patriots, Tom Brady, who's a former Patriot. You got Belichick, and you got Robert Kraft, by the way, who basically was a piece of trash, so, by the way. I'll tell you about that. And that's going to be coming into Sunday's matchup between Tom Brady's Destiny, former Steelers won 6 titles with. I guess, yeah, he's won, even though he's got 7 titles, by the way. So Tom Brady versus Paige, by the way, get you guys to that. I'll get you guys to the fact that LaMelo Ball's launched a scholarship program, by the way, get you guys to that, what that is. Get you guys into the fact that Grant Delpit was mossed, by the way, at a school supply store in Meijer in Cleveland, by the way. Get you guys to that. Get you guys to the fact that unvaxxed NBA players won't be getting any payroll for missed games missed. For any games that have missed, by the way. So that will be all the news out of ladies and gentlemen. More news to come. All right, so first things first, everybody. I'm going to start things off with the fact that the latest on Jon Jones' arrest, by the way, in Vegas during the Hall of Fame ceremony. So, Jon Jones pulled his fiancee's hair. His fiancee's name would be Jessie, by the way. Jon Jones was arrested, by the way. Headbutted a cop car after one of his fights got inducted to the UFC HOF last week. Now, Jon Jones got released on an 8K bail bond, and his court date is going to be on the 26th. Now, Jones got physical with his fiancee. Didn't actually assault her or hit her, by the way. Now, there was blood on the woman's clothing and a bump on her lip with dried out blood. And there was also, in the bed sheets of the hotel room, there's blood stains on the bed sheets of the hotel room, by the way. Now, Vegas Metro PD, they would be sued for putting Jon Jones in cuffs, by the way, on the biggest night of his life, where it's Hall of Fame, where it's one of his fights against Alexander Gustafson, by the way, one of the biggest fights of his life. And Jon Jones was joking about this, and to the cops, they said, "You guys gonna fight me?" And the cops say, "We're not." They said, "Jon Jones, we're not joking, Jon Jones. We're not joking at all." So Jon Jones' court date is gonna be on the 26th of next month, on October 26th, and Jon Jones pulled pulled his fiance's hair, Jesse's hair, by the way, intended to leave the room. Jon Jones got aggressive with Jesse, and Jesse explains how it all went down. So yes, everybody, Jon Jones, he was charged with domestic abuse, and he was charged with tampering with a vehicle, by the way, as well. So he was charged with those. If he's convicted of the charges, then he could face a life sentence behind bars. So Jon Jones had like a crybaby last week on one of the biggest nights of his life. Vegas Metro PD would be sued for putting Jon Jones in cuffs, by the way. And clearly, look, I'm sure Jon Jones has been in trouble, by the way. He has, and I think it's safe to say that Jon Jones, he learned some mistakes. He has to, by the way, he can come back from this. But I think it's safe to say that Jon Jones, he needs to just maintain himself, maintain his composure. That's all he's got to do, everybody. So Jon Jones, you should know better. You can't just put your hands on an interest like that. You should know better, Jon Jones. You really should. So Jon Jones, you better think of what you're doing. You better pray you do, because if you don't, it's gonna be over. Because what happened? Because even though you didn't assault the woman, you didn't hit her, beat her down badly, you sort of pulled her hair, and something happened there. I don't know what it was. But even though security guard, was tempted to now the security guard or a security official would tell Jesse, who's Jon Bones' fiance, saying what happened, and then Jesse was crying all the way crazy, and she wanted to go back to the hotel room. Jesse was scared, by the way. But it's very unclear if Jesse, Jon Bones' fiance, would sue Jon Jones. I know it's never going to happen. So it didn't say Jon Jones would be sued, by the way, for pulling his fiance's hair, Jesse's hair, but that is, by the way. So there could be, well, Vegas Metro PD was being sued for arresting Jon Jones, probably the biggest night of his life in the UFC. This is at the Caesars Palace, by the way. And honestly, he should know better. Jon Jones should know better. I mean, you get to the Hall of Fame on the biggest night of your life, and you get arrested for an incident that happened at Caesars Palace Hotel. Like, clearly, Jon Jones, you should know better. You just want your legacy in your entire career. That's all you did, Jon Jones. You should know better. If you're convicted of the charges, game over for you. You face life sentence behind bars. I can tell you about that. All right, some other things I want to get into, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that also Jon Jones, he did apologize for the incident as well. So he did apologize to Jesse, his fiance, and then to himself. So that's all I was going to say on that. Some other news I want to get into, by the way. Now, this has been looming for quite a while, and for the past couple of months. Manny Pacquiao retires from boxing. I'm sure the dream match between Errol Spence Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao, that's not going to be happening at all. I can tell you about it. Although it's supposed to happen this past year, it didn't happen because Errol Spence Jr. he had a bit of an eye injury, by the way. So yeah, his dream match against Pacquiao, that's not going to happen at all. I can tell you about that. So yes, everybody, Pacquiao's retired from boxing for good. And he's one of the greatest, best to ever do it. He's forever a boxing GOAT. And I'll tell you this, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Make no mistake about that, everybody. There's no doubt that Manny Pacquiao's a Hall of Famer, and he did just that. He's going to be a future Hall of Famer, which he is the first ballot Hall of Famer, that is, if you will. And I think that Pacquiao is just that kind of guy. Would he ever come out of retirement and probably get Spence? Could happen. I'm not sure about that one, but it could. So, yeah. That's a big question everyone's going to ask. Will Pacquiao come out of retirement to get a dream match, to give Spence a dream match that he's supposed to get this past year? That's a real question everyone's going to ask. So, yeah. So Pacquiao's retired for sure. Everybody on that. And Conor McGregor, you're not gonna get your mega match against Pacquiao either. I can tell you about that though. So, yeah. That's all this you gotta know, everybody. So Pacquiao, he's retired from boxing for good, and he's also considering running for president in the Philippines on the upcoming election in 2022. So that's a big question. That's the interesting news right there. So congrats, Pacquiao, on retirement, by the way. So that you're gonna be in the Boxing Hall of Fame. That's all there's I can say on that, everybody. First ballot, by the way. I'll tell you about that. Another news I want to get to. Sherman signed a 1 year for the Bucs, by the way. Now there was an incident with him knocking on the door with his family member and trying to get into his family members, by the way. And he was charged, by the way, as well. He had to get some help, treatment. So yeah, everybody. Sherman has signed a 1 year for the Bucs. I'm not sure this is necessary or not, because remember Richard Sherman got in trouble, by the way, for an incident that happened with incident involving him and his family members, by the way, on that. And Richard Sherman, he needs to get some help. And the video says, come through. So, Richard Sherman was arrested and charged, by the way. I'll tell you about that. He had to get some help and treatment. And honestly, I'm not sure what's going on with Richard Sherman, but I think that Richard Sherman needs some help he needs, by the way. And I'm not sure the Bucs did the wise thing. I think it's going to face a lot of scrutiny. I think the Bucs are going to have a lot of scrutiny from this. And I'm not sure Tom Brady discussed it, by the way, but I think that, it's probably worth it. I'm not sure, but do you think you should give Richard Sherman a second chance? I don't think so. I think Richard Sherman would have been better if he was banned from the NFL for life. I mean, especially for that incident that he got into, by the way, with his family members. So what are your thoughts of Richard Sherman signing a 1 year off with the Bucs, by the way, and even though from the incident that he got into with his family members? What are your thoughts about that, everybody? Is that a good move or a bad move? Let me know about that. I'll just want to share about it. And people are saying it's the biggest move, though, but I think it's probably one of the Bucs' biggest regrets they're ever going to make. All right, guys, some other news I want to get to, by the way. The Bears have signed $197.2 million PSA with Churchill Downs Inc, by the way, for 329 acre Arlington Park Property in the suburban Arlington Heights. Churchill Downs Inc. says it anticipates the offer between late 2022 or early 2023. So that's a big question everyone's going to ask, though. I mean, Bears are going to be leaving Soldier Field, by the way, and honestly, Churchill Downs Inc. could probably figure out where the next where the Bears can play in the home games next. So that's a big question I'm just going to ask everybody, and yeah, a lot to be said there. So that's all there's need to know, everybody, on that note. Also, guys, there is a secret book, by the way, for the pages knows. It's better to be feared, by the way. It's a book that's going to be going on. It's going to be published on October 12th, by the way. It goes into the inside secretive controversial team, TB12. You know, you got Belichick and you got Kraft, by the way. Now, Belichick didn't want to call TB12, by the way. Belichick even told Brady he was one of the best players, greatest player the NFL's ever witnessed. Brady told a friend that it came over to the phone telling telling the relationship was fractured over the years. And also we're here that the book will be published on October 12th. I told you guys that. Now TB12 was left the path. It's not because of Belichick and Kraft refused to commit to him until he played till 45, by the way. It was Belichick assuming Brady was close to being done for, and that the team that welcomed his input, rather shared something he found with the Bucs. That's how Tom Brady left the Patriots, by the way, as well. Now, I want to turn my attention to Sunday's game. Now, this is going to be Tom Brady's. Some people call it it's going to be a bit of a homecoming for him. I'll tell you this: Tom Brady's in for a rude awakening. Come Sunday night, Tom Brady, you may have a homecoming field, but ever since you left the Patriots, by the way, sure you've had 6 title reigns with them. Sure, you've been 9 Super Bowls with them for sure, for the past 20 years. But Sunday night, those Patriots fans are going to hate you for the rest of your life. Tom Brady, if you say the Patriots, none of that would ever happen. I mean, sure, you say, I'm sure, you did get a title, your 7th title, on your own without Belichick, which you did. Belichick couldn't do that on his own. You see, Tom Brady, while you were playing checkers, you see, Tom Brady, while Belichick was playing checkers, Tom Brady were playing chess. That's all you did, Tom Brady. Sure, you may be in a title GOAT, a drunken GOAT, and a COVID GOAT, but Tom Brady, guess what? You may have lost last week to the Rams, but come Sunday night, you're in for the fight of your life. And this may feel like a Super Bowl to you, though, by the way. But Tom Brady, you're going to be done. And sure, fans can be true all they want to, but they're still going to hate you, Tom Brady. They still will. And Tom Brady, you may still be the GOAT. We all know this for a fact. You may have 7 title reigns. You're not going for title number 8. Because come Sunday night, that's where it's going to get personal for you. Because don't go sneaking up on Belichick, by the way. Don't go sneaking up on your former team that you've been in for the past 20 years. Sure, you've done a whole lot. Sure, you may have been a success with the Patriots, which you were. But Tom Brady, you're going to hang it up for good. Because whatever happens Sunday, that's on you, Tom Brady. That's on you. If you lose again, don't be crying at me and everyone else. No. Tom Brady, I told you, you got what's coming to you, and you did so when you got beat down by the Rams. If anything happens to you on Sunday night against your former sibling that you've been in for the past 20 years against the Patriots with Mac Daddy Jones, you're done. If it happens to you come playoff time, Tom Brady, as far as they know, you know that your season's going to be over. You know the Rams are going to beat you down again, and they will tear you and they will wipe the floors off of you, and they will retire you, which they could. So Tom Brady, if you're thinking about doing the unthinkable act, if you consider retiring, by the way, and it could happen Sunday. No secret, guys. If it happens Sunday, Tom Brady, you better pray, you better make good on your behalf. Because if you don't, it's all over for you. It's all over for you. And even though you may be still be the GOAT, you may be sitting at Bear, you may have been the lifeblood of the Patriots, you may have been, you know, that franchise's quarterback for the past 20 years. And sure, there's some history between there, but that relationship got fractured. You and Belichick, that was a thing, but it's not anymore. Tom Brady, you're your own star. So you only did to make yourself feel relevant. That's all you did, Tom Brady. That's all you did. And you're entitled to go. You're a lion goat too. And you want to play till you're 50? I don't think so. Tom Brady, you're gonna get what's coming to you again. And if Mac Daddy Jones beats you, well, guess what, Tom Brady? You're not gonna watch your sworn sample no more. Oh, no. Don't even think about doing that. Tom Brady, you're not gonna have little chit chats with Belichick. Sure, you may have had some. There's some love between you guys. Tom Brady, you know that you're not gonna be able to walk out alive. I'll tell you that right now. What happens to you Sunday, it's on you. Belichick, you didn't make it back to a Super Bowl. I mean, sure, you may think you would try to get a title reign without Tom Brady. That didn't happen. Because Tom Brady, Belichick, you may as well hang it up as well. Tom Brady, my question to you is, are you going to hang it up same as Belichick would? Let me know about that, because that'll be the first time to ever fall. I can tell you about that. So Tom Brady, Sunday night, it may be the most memorable moment you're ever going to have, and it may feel like a Super Bowl, to you. But Tom Brady, you have a fight of your life. You think for a single stage you're going to try to trample the Patriots, by the way? I don't think so. Patriots fans are going to hate you for the rest of your life. And sure, you've done a lot for them, though. But ever since you left, you're a traitor. You're a coward. You're a coward. Because the Patriots, they expose you in front of everybody else, in front of the whole world. Your season's going to be over, Tom Brady. You're going to wish you hung up sooner rather than later. Because Tom Brady, you're going to face the facts. You're going to face music in front of everybody. You may think it's a feel-good moment for you, but guess what, Tom Brady? Your season's going to be over. You're in for a rude awakening. I'll tell you about that, Tom Brady. Those fans are going to hate you the rest of your life. They're not giving you a feel-good moment. No. They can cheer and boo all they want. That's all they can do. But Tom Brady, when you come back to your home turf, by the way, it's over for you. It's all over for you. They will hate you the rest of your life. Instead, you won time with the Bucs, by the way. Patriots fans are going to be hating on you for the rest of your life. That's something you're going to live with right there, Tom Brady. That's all you can do. So, Tom Brady, it's on you. With Sunday, it's on you. Other things I want to get into, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that LaMelo Ball has launched a scholarship program in LIU, Rock Nation School of Music, Sports, and Entertainment in the fall 2022. Now, students with 1,100 SAT score, eligible and required written essay on what the LaMelo scholarship will be to them to 10 years down the road. So congrats on that, LaMelo Ball. What a good thing to return the favor. That's all you got to do, everybody, on that note. The Rock Nation prides itself in the industry resources to help students be ready for the real world. So congrats on that, LaMelo Ball. What a good way to just return the favor. That's all you got to do. Others, by the way, that Grant Delpit got mossed, by the way, during a school supplies shopping spree at the Meisner in Cleveland, Ohio, by the way. And he got mossed by a kiddo shopping school supplies. That's interesting news right there. So that's all there is you got to know on that. So, yeah. Interesting news right there. That's all there is I got to say on that, everybody. So, yeah. That's the best news yet. Also, some other news I want to get into, by the way, that, let's see here. No pay for unvaxxed NBA players if they miss games due to executive orders governing vax requirements in the NYC and San Fran, by the way. Now, look, Andrew Wiggins and Bradley Beal, they weren't vaxxed. Kyrie Irving, he wasn't vaxxed for sure, I'll tell you that. But they're going to reconsider getting vaxxed. That's all they got to do. Sure, LeBron James, he's vaxxed, by the way. And even though he's a vaxxed up king, to get his fifth title reign, I'm sure I saw the photos, LeBron James, 83, Russell Westbrook, the hometown GOAT, the hometown MVP, Melo, Dwight Howard, Rajon Rondo. The Sixers, LA, you got Lakerland Sinister Six. That is a deadly alliance. That is a deadly alliance right there. I'll tell you about that. A deadly alliance. A deadly team right there. You don't want to miss. They're old team and deadly team too. I'll tell you about that. But Lake Show, full effect. Come upcoming season, Lakers, they could get another title reign in their hands. They could walk out with their 18th title reign. I can tell you about that. That would make Russell Westbrook become a hometown champ. Melo getting his first NBA title. Kevin James become a 5-time NBA champion, and 83 becoming a 2-time NBA champion. Does all make perfect sense on that though, everybody. So that's interesting news right there. I can tell you about that. And other news I want to get into, by the way, that I want to wish happy birthdays out to Ian McShane, Kelly McCreary, Halsey, KD, Zachary Levi, Megatron, Stephen Boss, Jenna Bondi, Lauren Descalo, Lo Bosworth, Candice LeRae, Nanette Cond, Lauren Pope, Vanessa Grimaldi, Pusha Plecons, Cardale Jones, Natalie Vortiz, Liquez, Denny, Pedrosa, and Michelle Payne. Somebody birthday wishes. Shout out to everybody. Please be sure you do so now, everybody. That's all the news you gotta know, everybody, and that's all I gotta say. So the rest is up there, and that's all you gotta know, everybody, on that note. And that's all I can say on that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll do right there for the Club Sports Board. Like, subscribe to the Club Sports Board YouTube channel, Facebook page by any and all means necessary. Your thoughts are response to the repercussions of Jon Jones face after he was arrested for pulling his fiancee's hair, by the way, during his Hall of Fame speech, by the way, for one of his fights being by the way, you thought repercussions you could face, even though he was accused of pulling his fiancee's hair, by the way, in a hotel room from attempting her to leave, by the way. And thoughts about that, everybody? I'll just want to share, everybody. It does Terence Crawford. Also, guys, Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter for the WBO welterweight title. That's gonna be happening November 20th, by the way, guys. That's all this. It's gonna be a big fight. I'll tell you about that. I got Terence Crawford for that fight. It's what I got. I got Terence Crawford. He's been undefeated from day one. I'll tell you about that. Who thoughts about that? Who do you think's gonna win that fight? Let me know in the comments about that. It doesn't mean Manny Pacquiao retiring from the boxing industry. Let me know about the comments about that. You think he was ever gonna come out of retirement to give Spence the dream match he's supposed to get, even though Spence is injured, by the way? Let me talk about that. I'll just want to share. You thoughts on Richard Sherman saying 1 year off with the Bucs, but let me know about that. I'll just want to share, buddy. You think Tom Brady's getting booed at, by the way, because of the fact that he's going to be a rude awakening when he gets hated on by Patriots fans ever since he turned traitor him, so he is. Your thoughts on Grant Delpit getting mossed, by the way? Thoughts about that? At a shopping spree in Meijer in Cleveland, Ohio. Thoughts about that? I'll just want to share, buddy. On that note, we thoughts on unvaxxed players not getting paid because of government restrictions, by the way, city restrictions, by the way. If they miss games, by the way, thoughts about that? I'll just want to share, buddy. Also, what are your thoughts on Bears signing 197.2 PSA with Churchill Downs Inc. By the way, thoughts about that? I'll just want to share, buddy. And they're attempting to leave Soldier Field, but thoughts about that? So your brother wishes out to Ian McShane, Kelly McCreary, Halsey, KD, Zachary Levi, Megatron, Stephen Boss, Jenna Bondi, Lauren Descala, Lo Bosworth, Candice LeRae, Nanelle, Nina Cond, Lauren Pope, Vanessa Grimaldi, Pusha Plecons, Cardale Jones, Natalie Vortiz, Liquez, Danny Pedrosa, and Michelle Payne. So somebody brother wish Shell switch him, so you for that. Everybody, that's all I can say on that. And I'm back from breaking news. Sometimes live relations, so a whole lot more on the Close Sports, with everything sports related and everything you got to know. All I got to say, everybody, that's all I got to say on that. What do you thought to Richard Sherman saying 1 year off with you? It was a good move for Babylon. Let me know that. I'll just want to share, buddy. That's it right there. I'll be back from breaking news. Sometimes live relations, so a whole lot more on the Close Sports, with everything sports related and everything you got to know. All I got to say, everybody, take care, you guys. You guys have a good day. Please be safe with it. Bye bye.